Hi there. In this video, we're going to be talking about collections on your credit report. What is it? How do you remove it? Should you try to settle them for less than what you owe? If that is something that you're interested in, then please stick around for the entire video so that way you can get the most up-to-date information on this topic. And if you are new here, please go ahead and subscribe because we update this channel weekly with new videos that are designed to help you become financially free. So the first thing that we want to talk about is what is a collection. So anytime that you have incurred a debt and you stop making payments on that particular account, the debt goes into delinquency. After 180 days of non-payment, that account will show as a collection on your credit report. It will stay on your credit report for 7 years from the date of the delinquency. In addition to that, the collection account will also include any late fees and any attorney fees that may be associated with that account. Now, how do you remove collections from your credit report? You have 4 options. The first option is to pay the full amount that is owed. Now, before you go and do that, I would highly suggest that you send a validation letter to that collection agency. Send them a letter, ask them to validate the debt. A lot of people that have collections have multiple collections, and they get confused on which one is which, and they just lump it together. So when you send them a validation letter, they will then have to prove to you that you are in fact the person that is responsible for the debt. They will need to send you a proof of the original creditor, the original terms of the agreement, the current balance. And they will also need to send you an itemized list of all the debts that you are disputing. Most collection agencies don't keep all this information on hand. So a lot of times they will end up reporting incorrectly. And when they have to go back and investigate all this information and realize that you were not actually the person that was responsible for the debt, or they didn't prove any of those other items, they will actually have to delete the collection account from your credit report. And once it is deleted from your credit report, it will no longer impact your score. The second option that you have is to negotiate a pay for delete. So instead of paying the full amount, you negotiate with the collection agency to pay a certain percentage of the total amount that is owed. For example, maybe you're able to agree upon 40% of the total amount. Then you pay that 40%, and then they delete the collection account from your credit report. Now, if they agree to this pay for delete option, you should always get that in writing. There are instances where after you pay off that collection account, they will not delete it. So make sure that you get this in writing. This is one of the fastest ways that you can improve your credit score. And the reason being is because you are removing derogatory information from your credit report. Derogatory information includes any late accounts, charge-offs, collections, bankruptcies, tax liens, medical liens, foreclosures, short sales, and any judgments. Now, if you're not able to do that, then you have 2 other options. The first option is to simply wait the 7 years. So at the end of the day, a collection will fall off your credit report after 7 years from the date of delinquency. And that is the longest time frame that it can stay on your credit report for. The second option is to do a full or a partial credit freeze. When you do a credit freeze, you are limiting the amount of access that people have to your credit report. When you do a full freeze, nobody has access to your credit report. When you do a partial freeze, you allow certain creditors the ability to access your credit report. So for example, you can unfreeze your credit for Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax. But you can still keep your credit frozen with one of the 3 major credit bureaus. And by doing that, you are preventing any new collections from being added to your credit report. But please remember that you will still need to have one of these credit reports active so that way you can apply for new credit. So if you are going to do a partial freeze, make sure that you only freeze 2 of the 3 credit bureaus. Now, we wanted to let you know that you do have options when it comes to dealing with your collections. We wouldn't recommend that you settle for less than what you owe unless you are truly in a financial emergency and you cannot afford to pay off that debt. Please remember that when you do settle a debt for less than what you owe, that will hurt your credit score. It will also generate a 1099 form, which is an IRS form that shows that you settled that debt for less than what you owed. And this will increase your taxable income for that year. Here is an example of a validation letter that you can use if you wanted to dispute those collections. I have included a link below that you can use to download that particular template. So, I'm going to go ahead and read this letter, and then I am going to tell you why it is effective. So, this is a letter to validate a debt. Date, name of collection agency, address, phone number, your name, your address, your phone number. And then you would put the account number, the disputed amount, and the date of delinquency. So the first paragraph states your intent to dispute the debt and to request validation of the debt. The second paragraph requests that the collection agency cease further collection attempts until they provide validation. The third paragraph requests that they provide the name and contact information of the original creditor, the original terms of the agreement, the current balance, and an itemized list of the amounts owed. The fourth paragraph states that failure to provide this information will result in the presumption that the debt is not yours. And then you would sign and date the letter. Now here's why this letter is effective. So this letter puts the burden of proof on the collection agency. Under the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, the debt collector must provide you with the information necessary to validate the debt. If they are unable to provide this information, then they are required to stop all collection efforts. This letter also provides you with some leverage. By threatening to stop payment on the debt, the collector will likely take your threat seriously and provide you with the information that you need. In addition to that, the letter also gives you time to gather your thoughts. Don't respond to the collector as phone calls or letters while you are in the process of disputing the debt. Take the time to gather your thoughts and consult with an attorney if needed. I hope that you found this information helpful. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up and share this information with someone else that might benefit from it. I appreciate all of you guys that have been supporting me. Thank you so much for watching this video. Remember, you don't have to do this alone. I'm here to help. God bless you, and I'll see you in the next video.